to get him to be my emotional support animal because I feel much happier when he's like here.
Do you think he's travel possible? Like you could
He's small enough.
put him under the
I
seat
think.
and
Yeah. The
carry
problem
on?
is he's also like, wiry. I don't know if
Oh,
he'll settle,
kind of collapse down into a underseat containment vessel.
I think he
Yeah.
would. Yeah.
Okay.
As long as I don't make those things any smaller.
Welcome to the Unfiltered Brew Dog Edition. It is time to wrap it up after a few weeks of not really being on a live recording like we've been, like we did most of our episodes. It's good to be kind of winding down and also jet lag adjusted from being in Europe for so long. But that was really a blast. I have to say this SLAS meetup program is, I think, really where it's at for getting more SLAS related activity going without having to have a huge event. You organize a venue, get people signed up, advertise it, and boom, 250 people at this one in Munich. So
love that. It looked like you had a good time. And I especially loved your Aurora Borealis story.
The Aurora Borealis. Cool. Oh, yes. That was my favorite aircraft with the two engines. That's going to be a rarity, right? Seeing two engines on a wing, single wing, one side of the aircraft is going to be a real rarity coming up. Both manufacturers that make passenger planes with four engines have stopped making passenger planes with four engines. It's going to be a two-engine world from now on.
I mean, it's funny because it's like, okay, the four engines were nice, just in case of contingency plans, but that means it's more efficient, right?
Oh, yeah. The airlines are not complaining about the gas bill. That's for sure. I mean, the fact that a 777 pilot told me one time, he's like, I didn't even think about taking off without 50,000 pounds of fuel on. I'm just trying to do 50,000 pounds of fuel. That's 10 of my cars in gas. Okay.
God, that's so much. Yeah.
In weight, just the weight of my car. I'm actually being generous. I don't think my car weighs 5,000 pounds, but I mean, he's like, no, I won't even think about taking off with less than 50,000 on. That would have to be like from this little airport over to that little airport. And unfortunately, this thing doesn't fly to little airports. So, it's a lot of gas. I mean, that's two more engines, and
it's not environmentally savvy.
Air travel in general will never be environmentally savvy on any practical scale. I don't think, we could tell ourselves that all day long, but kerosene being burned at that rate, yeah, I don't know. It's a lot. But anyway, how are you going to get views like that? 38,000 feet with the Aurora Borealis. And it was just,
but it's so cool that she came like right to you, and it was a random window that you wouldn't have found otherwise. Like the whole.
Oh yeah. The whole airplane was closed up. Not a single window was open. And there's this like little hole. All it's designed for is so that they can look through it if there's an emergency, make sure there's no fire outside, and then, open the door in that case. That's all it's for. It's a very tiny window, but I got to give it to the iPhone camera. And that would be one of our, do you use this or do you use that? Or would you never use that? Questions about iPhone versus Android. But I got to say, iPhone camera, it's amazing the poor conditions, the lighting conditions that it could deal with. I'm in a moving aircraft going over 500 miles an hour and looking out a completely, dark outside, and it still was able to pull that color in. But it's
not just one color. It's like you saw that differentiation in color, which is special.
Yeah.
I got my new iPhone finally. Oh,
look at that. Didn't hesitate. Well, that question's going to be easy for you. Yeah. You took the plunge with the full Pro. Are we talking about a Pro Max here? Is that
Pro Max? I got 2 terabytes too.
2 terabytes, $2,000. That's 2 terabytes.
It's been so long. I had the 12 before. I was like, I'm just gonna do it.
12. So, I mean, you're going on 5 years or something more.
Yeah, I never actually get rid of it until it's beyond repair,
Yeah, that's good. Hey, I mean, you're well past. I have never made it 5 years, maybe 3, but 5, that's impressive. So, well, congratulations on your new massive storage phone.
Why, thank you very much.
So that one's easy, I think, for both of us, right? Android or iPhone? clearly iPhone, right? Yeah.
Too bad Elizabeth isn't here. She was really riding the Android train. Are we doing silly things like milk chocolate or dark chocolate?
Yeah, of course. Bring them to the table. Let's do it.
That's
Yeah, milk
one.
or dark.
Go.
All right. And that's a tough one. Wow.
It's not
No.
that tough. Dark all the way. Come on.
Yeah, but it's complicated, right? Yeah.
Why is it complicated? You seem
I
to
lived
be
in
having
France
a struggle.
for crying out loud. You look at a rack full of chocolate from left to right, all the way down to the floor, top to bottom. Like the way the Swiss do it. I mean, Swiss are all about milk chocolate. I mean, they have some variations. You know, you can get a Lindt d'Or darker chocolate, but it's kind of a small varietal on the side, you know, somewhere in between a true dark chocolate and a true milk chocolate, which they have in Europe. And I tend to like that a little bit of.
Yeah, I do like the chocolate in Europe more. And I think it's probably for that reason.
Yeah. You can modulate. It just doesn't feel so overwhelming. And plus, when I bite into a Hershey's bar, it's so cheap. Like I feel like there's a wax base in there or something keeping it together. I don't know.
I always say the cows must be happier in Europe because everything milk associated just tastes better.
Right.
In the US, I'm all about dark, but in Europe, I'm all about milk. So I started getting the thin crust pizzas because they're all kind of crust. It's all like a crunchy, little chip. But man, I've had Chicago deep dish where like I felt full for months, but it was so good. But I think if it was all I could eat, it would be the New York style for sure. So the Detroit has like the caramelized cheese edges, right? I got to get me some Detroit style. I just never find myself in Detroit, so.
Well, you don't need to be. I mean, there's two good places in the Bay Area. They do a variety of pizzas. One style happens to be Detroit style.
I like where you can, just give you like the big pitchers and you go back to your table with pitchers and pizza.
Yes, a pitcher. And this place does serve pitchers, which with craft beer, that can be one expensive pitcher if you pick a certain beer.
Oh, with the picnic style tables and the arcade in the background.
Yeah.
It's like made for me. It's like everything here is what I want.
And they've been successful. Yeah, there you go. Okay, vehicles. Japanese, American, or European? It's going to be mostly
German, baby. German all the way.
Okay.
How about you?
I owned a German car, a Volkswagen, but man, I was throwing money at that car. It was a bum deal. So I went Japanese after that. I don't think I'm going to go back. Toyotas too. I bought the car specifically because of I like the sound system's really good. It's an Elliott Shiner customized sound system. The other thing was the engine is the standard four-banger VTEC that has powered Civics, Accords, Integras, you name it. They turbocharged it, so gave it some more power. But that engine, there's 500,000 mile untouched engines of that style out there. So it's, yeah. I think the Japanese are a little more boring when it comes like engine designs. They don't come out with them as often. But then again, turbocharging was the most dangerous thing you could possibly do for a car in terms of reliability. And everything's got a turbo, like unless it's electric. Like even a Toyota Land Cruiser, get this. The normal engine now is a 4-cylinder with a turbo. Gone are the V8s, gone are the V6s. Technology has gotten so good with gasoline burning that they can get 400 horsepower out of a turbocharged four-banger.
Go turbo all the way.
That's like, turbos were insanity back in the 80s. A 911 turbo. There aren't very many still out there in collectors' hands from the 80s because they all blew up.
Wow.
Turbocharging
That's quite a statistic.
Yeah. Either
they all blew up. Sorry, guys.
Two things happened with 911 turbos in the 80s and 90s. Okay. Early 90s. Either they were wrapped around telephone poles or they blew up.
That is not fun for whoever's riding them.
Look at the availability of collector years, right? It's just this big dip. Mid 80s to early 90s in 911 turbos. But that just speaks to turbocharging was not there. Your car, you got an all electric, right?
No, I did the hybrid because I'm still an adrenaline junkie and I need that gas to make me feel it.
So now you get both, right?
Yeah. So like for mundane things like pick up, drop off from school, it's all electric. But if I'm going on like a trip, it's gas.
Okay. And if you want to hit the floor with the pedal on the
it's a little button you push, You can do like a hybrid where it does electric gas, based on where you are. Or you could
automatically,
do
or you
all
could
gas
just.
or all electric. Yeah, it
Oh, that's
switches
interesting.
on its
That's
own.
cool.
Yeah. So you just
Okay.
hit the button, then you're like.
I remember the
I
first.
love those Audis.
Yeah, that's impressive. I remember the first time I was in a Prius. It was an Uber Prius, and come on, a Prius. It's like it just doesn't look like it's fast.
Doesn't scream muscle car.
Doesn't scream speed, but I gotta say, when this guy hit the gas and the motor, hybrid, all energy going to the tires from both the motor and the electric motor, I was impressed for that little car. Now it only made it to about 55 miles an hour, where it felt like it was fast. Yeah, but hey, 55, even 60 mpg out of those these days.
Yeah,
it's pretty good.
Yeah,
So.
But I feel you on the Volkswagens. I had a Volkswagen before I got my Audi, and I definitely felt like the Volkswagen, I was spending more money fixing it than anything else. Okay, your airline of choice. Should we pick one or the other, or just say which is your favorite?
Oh, yeah, sure. Lufthansa.
But that's not local. That's just international, right?
Depends. It's so relative. I mean, I've taken more Lufthansa flights than I have other airlines this year.
Okay, how about we do domestic? Best domestic airline.
Okay, I'm a Southwest all the way.
Okay, me too.
I would love to have a reason to fly Emirates. It's just Abu Dhabi is not.
Economy class chairs are what the business class chairs are everywhere else.
I walked by one of their lounges one time in a not even one of their home airports, and I was like, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
yep.
It's next level, and you just imagine the business class of Lufthansa, which is that's respectable, but then open up a video of the Emirates with all the gold and Emirates, Etihad, all those airlines are best cuisine. Your favorite cuisine?
I mean, mine is Japanese, hands down.
All right. Boom.
Unless my mom's making it, then it's my mom.
Okay.
How about you?
So if I've got access to it, French cuisine is my favorite, but Italian is a great compromise and more easier to find stateside, and actually in Europe outside of France. French cuisine is not that common around the world outside of France as compared to Italian.
Yeah, it's hard to find.
Yeah.
I mean, anywhere else in the world, it'd be like walk outside and find the nearest street food vendor. But San Diego, it's like tacos. They're always open.
All right. Yeah. Tacos in San Diego, I guess you could call it, it's big enough to be street food. Nowhere else in the U.S. that I know of could you pull that. I think, here, your best bet, like here in Reno, best bet's going to be like a slice of pizza, or something like that.
Yeah, pizza's universally available. But in Amsterdam, you would just go to the little shopping, convenience place, and they've got such good, snacks late at night you can grab.
It's decent. I would still find my way to a kebab place at 1 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, or a falafel place. Those are good there too. Yeah.
It's one of those Turkish places. I did that 3 times this last time I was in Europe, and it was just awesome. It's that little aluminum bucket of goodness you're carrying around.
See, that feeling of street food, I'm telling you, it's exactly just so good.
Yeah. And that's the thing, I wish it's like food trucks. It's another one. I mean, food trucks get so underrated in a lot of cases. We've got a great food truck group here, but in the Bay Area, I was just so spoiled with food trucks. In San Diego,
I was so spoiled with, I think for the Bay Area, if you've lived in the Bay Area, like San Francisco, if you've lived in San Francisco, it's really hard to live anywhere else, because I was used to getting 2 a.m. sushi, 4 a.m. South Indian,
True.
Everything's available all the time. You could have a food truck festival, and it's a Tuesday, just because they all congregated at where you were working,
Yeah, you've got the incomes, you've got the, the place where Uber Eats was invented. You've got, a very, I would say, finicky customer base for food in general in the Bay Area.
Foodies. We like to call ourselves foodies.
Sorry, I called you finicky, annoying people, but no, it's foodies. That's right. It's another. Yeah, but I didn't want to go over here. No, I'm just kidding. I get it. I'm a foodie too.
You know, it's funny. I had not been into a Walmart my whole life until my kid was doing this project and her partner was like, let's meet at Walmart and get what we need. Like they were creating something for a craft fair.
What was your
Dude,
impression?
that place. Like it's like a Target on steroids, but like all of humanity congregates there. So
Did you
it
do a
was a
little
shock.
Walmart people watching?
I was like, whoa, so bright and tightly packed.
Tripping over in the aisleways. That's what I always find happening in Walmart. Like there will be, it seems like they're always doing stocking.
I lost my kid and she was just in the other like aisle, but the aisles were so long and filled with stuff. I was like, where are you?
Yeah. Yeah, that's we live next to where I'm at, and I know my mom likes to go there too. Is the Monster Walmart Super Center? It's got a grocery store
those. And electronics too, right?
It's got electronics. It's the size of 5-6 football fields, I think.
Whoa!
It's bigger than a Costco.
Crazy.
It's bigger than any of the warehouse shops. Yeah, it's nuts. So okay,
but they have some good deals sometimes. Like you look online and like, oh, if you could get it at Walmart, it's this price. And Walmart, I guess, is like 5 minutes from my house. I didn't even realize it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, out where you're at, if the more land you have available, the more likely it is there's going to be a Walmart somewhere.
That makes sense.
Nearby. You're pretty close to the 15. So yeah, you've got, more open space there to work with. And you're not going to put a Walmart next to San Diego Airport. That's for sure.
All right. Dogs or cats?
That's a tough one. I mean, I can hang with a dog, but reality is I'm a cat person. You?
I thought I was a cat person, but now that I have found these doggies, I'm a dog person.
and considering the favorite that gets mentioned happens to be of the canine variety, it's I don't see how you could be anything else at this point.
I want to get him to be my emotional support animal because I feel much happier when he's like here.
Do you think he's travel possible? Like you could?
He's small enough.
Put him under the seat.
Yeah. The problem is he's also like, wiry. I don't know if he'll settle.
Gotta kind of collapse down into a underseat containment vessel.
I think he would. Yeah.
Okay.
As long as I don't make those things any smaller.
Okay, so what do you think about, speaking of airlines and seats, what do you think about the upcoming policy change over at our friends at Southwest Airlines now that they're owned by a private equity company?
What in the living crap happened? How many commercials have we seen with like bags fly free and you can change your ticket anytime and you can get anything you want?
Yeah, like even the signage right next to the check-in area was like, don't forget, bags fly free. Yeah, all that stuff's going to happen.
I know, my poor mom didn't realize it, and she just came out, and my sister had gotten her ticket, and it was the class that doesn't let your bag fly free. Poor mother. It's not equitable. Just let me pick my seat. Let me grab my stuff. Let me save it. Like,
just want to get into your zone, put my headphones on, get lost in a movie, and show up at my destination at some point. Yeah.
I think I found a nice like zone, right? Got like my noise canceling headphones. I have a book. I have a mask on just because of all the boarding jostling and stuff, and then I'm just good. Let's do one last comparison. PlayStation, Xbox.
Oh, gosh. Oh, man.
I think it's bad for us because we tend to be aligned on these topics.
Oh, gosh. Well, I mean, okay, actually, why don't we open that up to all console platforms?
Versus PlayStation?
Because, no, I think it could be Switch, Xbox, or PlayStation, and you don't necessarily need to pick it for the reasons of like the library. I mean, I think the library, it's going to be hard for a Switch to compete with Sony or Microsoft on library. I mean, that's a big library.
That's why I picked those two against each other. But yeah, I mean, I think Switch can't compete. It's just, you just have to have it for that library.
Yeah, and I think,
it's like, but I also pick Xbox or PlayStation and Switch.
You can pick it for, you always got to pick Switch. But I mean, I think also, and we can swing it back to PlayStation or Xbox. But I just want to mention the Switch in that I've never seen a console with more playability value than the Switch. Like, not only is it handheld, but it's also just, I can play a game with 4 people on that. I cannot do that on any other platform.
Yeah.
Super Smash Brothers with 4 people is actually, I mean, it's, you can do.
Super fun.
That's fun. I've got one.
Yeah, we all have one.
And a closet Switch people with not only that, do I have a Switch 2 as well.
I know, you went for Switch 2.
Cool.
I'm not that hardcore. I have the original Oculus, the original Switch, and a PS4.
Yeah. Was that PS5? I mean, come on, man.
Hey, I got the phone. One thing at a time.
Phone.
My daughter's like,
PS5?
that color's ugly.
I love that color.
Yeah,
tell her your co-host likes that color, because if I'm going to get one, that's the one I'm getting right there.
Perfect. I was like, it's okay. I was the only one with orange high tops in high school. I don't give a crap what you think.
Because if I do it, it's going to look like I'm going to get a Peak Design case again, and it's going to have this nice orange through the window. It would look good. So
yeah,
if I do decide to, but I don't know, it's pretty good. It's pretty decent. And Black Ops 7 is coming out in less than 30 days. So
you have to do, you've been doing some really great shorts from your trips, which is awesome for me as your producer, because I get to put them together and post them to the world. I want to see some gameplay from you.
Oh, last night I had some ridiculous, awesome.
Put your face in the front.
All right.
Like, let's do that.
I can. You know what? I was looking at a little desktop streamer rig where I could do a camera and a game stream. So maybe I just feed that into Riverside.
Yep.
And just call it a day.
Yeah. Do it.
Because night,
I could do it in post also, but I need the files. You know?
Yeah, I could also do an overlay or something. I think, but I found some, it's pretty expensive. Like the streaming stuff is so reasonable now that you can do it fairly inexpensive. And I noticed Riverside now has a stream function.
Button.
Yeah, so you can do an incoming stream. And so we got coming up soon. We'll have another guest on. Looking forward to that. And we will advertise when that episode becomes available. And thank you, listeners, for the great feedback on, especially, recent episodes we've done. I think the recruiting discussions we had recently were really popular with folks, as a lot of people are in the market for jobs, and a lot of great advice there. So if you haven't seen those, head over to helicalbrew.com, check out our YouTube channel, and look for the latest episodes. That is one of them, the one on recruiting and the ins and outs of getting your next job.
And the ones popular on social media have been the mini brews from Mike abroad, showcasing conferences that maybe people don't go to, and meetups that people don't go to because they're US based, but the European based folks are excited about. And we got to highlight that through his perspective. So thank you for commenting on those.
So great to see you, Sura. Great to catch up. It's been a while. And to our listeners, helicalbrew.com, iTunes, Spotify, Helical Brew, if you'd like to subscribe and listen. We'll see you next time. But that is going to be a wrap on this little brew, unfiltered brew ahead of a big brew. See ya. Thank you for joining us on the Helical Brew. We're glad to have you with us. For more episodes, please visit our website at helicalbrew.com. That's helicalbrew.com.